Welcome everyone. My name is Lori Camacho. For those of you that are new, I'm going to get started pretty much right away. I know some of you are going to be coming in a little bit later on, and that's okay. So first I want to start by saying what a year, and really what the last 2 years has been. Pretty intense energy. So, and I know everybody's talking about this Saturn conjunction in the sky with Jupiter, but it really has been the last couple years coming of lots of changes, lots of shifts until we got to this year. So again, for those of you that are new, my name is Lori Camacho and I am a trance channel. So if you are not used to that, or that is a new concept for you, I will spend most of my time in the trance state. I channel a being named Raina, and she will come through. She'll talk about the energies that are in the sky right now, and then she's going to do a ritual with all of you in meditation, which I'm really, really excited about. I did a Winter Solstice event a couple of years ago in person, and this is the next time that I'm doing that. So it's been a little while since we've done a ritual of this nature. So I want to get back to this conjunction for just a moment before I go into trance. I'm not an astrologer per se, but I do pay attention to astrology. I do know about astrology because I tend to feel what's happening in the world, and then I will look at the astrology and go, oh, okay, that's what's been going on here. So, and then Raina will sometimes take that and talk about it in her own words. So tonight is very much about what this conjunction means for us collectively as well, but very personally. So Raina wants to take this to a very personal level. She'll talk very briefly about it before we get right into the meditation. And again, for those of you that are new, when I'm channeling and Raina's bringing through information, that sometimes will put you in a little bit of a meditative state as well. And then she'll often transition into that meditation. So another thing I want to say just about the astrology itself. So a couple points that maybe you've heard on the internet as well is we've been in Capricorn. So that's a very structured sign, and it's also very limiting. And so when you have really big planets like, well, Saturn is the planet that rules it, but also Jupiter is a very big planet, and Pluto, they've been playing with Pluto this whole year off and on. It creates a lot of transformation. So a sign like Capricorn doesn't like that. It likes the limiting factors. It likes the structures. It likes the very structured systems that it has. So this energy coming in is really blowing all of that apart. And I believe by 10 p.m. tonight, we will be in 0 degrees Aquarius, which is so, so exciting. So Aquarius is very, creative, very, what I find interesting about the Aquarian energy is it is just as spiritual as it is very scientific. So that energy, and it's an air sign. So we're kind of lifting from this very strong earth sign of Capricorn up until this air sign. So it's very, very exciting and very different from the age that we've been in. So something that was a little confusing to me too this year is some people have been talking about how we're in the Capricorn age, and some have been talking about how we are in the Piscean age. And so the age we've been in is actually the Piscean age, but this whole year has been in Capricorn. So that is what that was about. So we're transitioning from the Piscean age into the Aquarian age, and what they call the true Aquarian age. So that is really exciting. I'm going to go into trance now. It takes me about, 40 seconds or so to go into trance. So you can close your eyes and meditate a little bit while I'm doing that. And then Raina will come out. She'll talk about this energy for you very personally. And then we will go right into the ritual and meditation. Greetings, LG physical angels. We are Raina. We want to speak about this conjunction that you are all here for. First, winter solstice. Winter solstice in itself is all about planting the seeds in this dark night that you want to sprout and to begin to grow in the spring. How does this planetary conjunction add to the energy of that? It is what makes this night so special. The conjunction on top of this winter solstice energy, the conjunction itself is a seed. It is a beginning and it is an end. It is both things at once. A very strong conjunction that has not occurred in your world for over 800 years. It means that you all are entering into a new world together. That is the collective energy. You will be creating a new world together. The Piscean age that you have just been in is that of a dreamer. And we have needed you dreamers to usher in this new age that is coming now. It is those that are willing to dream that first create the dream on the other side. So your meditations, your rituals, those of you that work your magic very intentionally, all of the collective magic and the personal magic that you have been working for many years, maybe all of your life, matter right now. Right now. It is as if we are boiling up all the magic of each one of you, each person in the world, and planting a very large seed for a new earth. It has been a long time coming. As we do that collectively, and we are doing it collectively right now, it is wonderful that all of you are here. We can feel you. Unlike some others with a YouTube live, our channel cannot look and say hello in this moment. But we can feel you. We know that you are there and we appreciate your presence. We appreciate that you are willing to be here to work this magic together. Collectively bringing together the innovation. That is the word that we want to give you. Innovation is what this Aquarian age is. You will begin to see a lot of advances in your world, specifically with technology, and you have already been seeing that. There will be more, a lot more advances with technology, a lot more innovative ideas, both collectively and personally, and that is what we want to speak to you about. What is your idea? How will you innovate in your new world? We cannot create a new world on a collective scale unless we are doing it personally, on the individual scale, and that is where you come in. Those of you that have chosen to awaken. We can feel those of you who are new to your awakening, those of you that have been in your awakening for many years and possibly many lifetimes. You all were born specifically to come into this time. This is that time to innovate, to create, to bring those ideas from the ethers down into this new earth, to become. As we said, the Piscean age was about dreaming it into existence. And yes, there was a lot of advances and changes in the Piscean age as well. This is a bit greater, in greater form. It is something that has been talked about over We will say 20 or 30 years, many predictions that have been made. So if you have made it here, you are here to become part of that. You are here to birth your own individual idea into the collective, to become part of the collective transformation. So it starts on the individual level, and then it becomes part of the collective. Your higher self has been very involved in this. If you feel your meditations and your magic haven't gone anywhere, they have. Some of you are aware that they have, some of you are not. Know that all of it, every thought form, every meditation, every intended idea, intended healing, intended creation that you have been working on, even if it is only in your mind, has the possibility to affect and become part of the interweaving energy of this new world. So it has been happening for many years, and you are reaching another peak of it. And that is why it is so important. So this energy, this magic that we will be working on this evening, will be carrying your creations into that new age, into that 0 degrees Aquarius that the channel spoke of, into the new era. Because it is both a beginning and an end, we will also ask you to release all that no longer serves you, all that you feel has been blocking your progress. And for those of you who love to use your tools, feel free to use your pen and your paper, to write down any of your blockages. And we will give you some ideas. It could be lack of self-love. It could be lack of belief, martyring yourself, whatever it may be, whatever limiting belief you have previously had that has created the obstacle. We invite you to write it down and to burn it afterwards. Burn it. And those of you who have come with your altars, we can see them. We can see them, and we will interact with those altars. We lived during a time where ritual was done very physically. This is another change that has occurred in your world. Some of you prefer physical ritual, and many of you prefer ritual within meditation. We want to say that they work both ways, to use the tools or not to use the tools. What is most important is your mind, your heart, and your intention. So we will create that ritual in the mind with meditation, allowing you to first release what no longer serves you, and then inviting you to create and plant the seeds of what you want to bring into this new world. We will speak also to those of you who maybe don't know what you want to create. It is all right for you not to have the structured idea yet. We understand that some of you are newer to awakening. You know that you are here to do something, but you are not clear what yet. Don't worry, your higher self is right there with you. They know that you need time to bring it into this new world. So for you, all you need know is that you want to bring your purpose to fruition. That might be all you ask for. I want to receive my purpose. I want to live my purpose. I plant the seed of my purpose in the new era. Then there are those of you who are fully aware of what you are creating. You might have been creating it for a long time. You may feel you have already reached that goal of purpose. You may have very specific seeds of intention to further create what you are doing. And that brings us to that part of it. Whatever you create in this ritual, in this magic, on this night, in this very special astrology, plan on working on for a long time, possibly the rest of your life. Possibly the rest of your life. This energy is not a quick energy. Where sometimes solstice is, it is only about the following year. Planting the seeds to sprout in the spring and working on that particular thing for that year. This energy is not that. This energy is planting the seeds to sprout in the new age, in the new era, and then taking it to the long haul, working on it for a very long period of time. This is about your life's work. Next year on solstice, that time might be about just working on what it is for the following year. This magic is greater, much bigger than that. Those of you who do know what you are creating, or you are in your creations, you are living your creations, plan on them becoming much bigger in this next year of 2021. Whatever you have already created and worked on, whatever work you have put towards it, it is time for it to grow exponentially so that it can again become part of the collective. And then those of you that are newer to your creations, know that you are planting the biggest seed ever with this magic on this night. You too will continue working on your innovation. And you will also experience exponential growth, most likely within yourselves. And that brings us to that. The most important growth, the most important idea is yourself. And the love that you are willing and able to give yourself. That right there is a powerful seed of intention and gives you the endurance that you need in order to create that which is greater and outside of you. If you are working on your personal growth and it is a bit newer, please continue with that. Please continue with that. We will ask everyone to continue with their personal growth. Absolutely so. All right, it seems it is time for that ritual of intention. We will ask you to close your eyes and to begin to breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth, very slowly and very deeply. You may light any candles that you have. Breathing and relaxing. 10, 9, 8, 7. With each descending number, relaxing further. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Opening your meditative eyes, finding yourself in another place. It may even appear to be another time. It is a remembrance place, somewhere you have been many, many times meditatively throughout many of your lifetimes. There will be a circle of stones in the center and flat stones outside of it. You will take your place on one of these stones. And as you do, you find yourself in a very large circle of other alchemists, other magicians, other dreamers. You put your arms out to your side, touching from fingertip to fingertip, as if to receive the spark of light from one and to give the spark of light to another, connecting to each other, one by one by one, all over the world. It may look as if you are in ancient ruins. There is nature all around you. And a very large fire in the center. This fire represents purification. And if you have your pen and your paper, you may do this part physically, if you wish. What has held you back up until now from your innovative ideas? What has kept you from creating yourself in the world? Or what blocks do you have in your purpose or your business, even if you have been able to create it? Writing down these things with the intention of releasing them, putting them to death, so that you may create in a purified state. Release your self-pity, your martyrdom, your fear, whatever it may be. take it to that person of a level. You are the one that creates your reality, so any seeming blockage is simply emotional energy that must come up and be released. You will begin to put these things straight into the fire. Even if you are writing them down physically, mentally visualize yourself placing your blockages into the fire in front of you. You may even wish to walk into the fire. Releasing all that holds you back. You may feel that fire within you. When you are finished, you will take your place upon your rock, seeing all the others walk through the fire or place their limitations into the fire. As they are doing that, you will begin to use your magic to create. You will sense the presence of your higher self and your inner spirit teachers. They all become present surrounding you, just behind you. You can feel them begin to fill you with energy, with more of your power from the higher self. And as they fill your form, your ethereal form, with this power, with this energy, it will begin to come out of your hands, as if you were already forming a bowl in your hands, a bowl of sacred energy, forming it with your fingers, your hands, as if it is being formed through you. You are the medium for it. Breathing and just allowing this process. As you look around, each person is doing the same. Their higher selves, their inner spirit teachers are breathing through them this very powerful solstice energy. Until suddenly there is quite a large seed, full of light, full of consciousness. Holding it in your hands, putting it up in front of you. You may release it so that it is simply in the air. You begin to put within it your own intention. What is it you wish to create? What have you always wanted to be? What have you always wanted to have? And most importantly, what have you always wanted to give? You may breathe it into this beautiful seed. You may use more of the energy within your hands. putting every intention you have into that creation. The fire in the center dies down, and all that is left there is a very large rock. You go and you stand upon it. Placing your seed and then finding your way back to your rock. Each person puts their seed, and yes, it will hover above the rock. Until all the seeds of intention are collectively joined. Both Jupiter and Saturn are showing off as we speak. We are in the energy of it now. These planets form a very strong light with one another. And that light beams down to all the seeds of creation. The light bounces from the standing stones, and a beautiful configuration of light moves between you, your seeds of creation, and each other. For 30 seconds, breathing and seeing the light of these planets, your higher selves, your inner spirit teachers, the shining ones and the ancient ones, all breathing their light, their consciousness into these creations collectively. As the planets infuse them. Your creation comes back to you without you moving. It is full of light and consciousness from all that matters in the spirit world. Now it is time for you to plant it. You will take just a piece of this creation. After all, it is only light. And you will place just a piece of it, either in your heart or your womb. Not to hold the creation, but to allow it to infuse you with new power and possibility. Behind you is a beautiful forest. Again, one that you have been to many times. Each of you will take your seed of creation and begin to walk deep into this forest. It may be very, very dark, as we are in the dark part, the long night. Your higher self will guide you. They may shine a light, or you may simply sense them as you follow them deeper and deeper into the forest. Here, they say, or they may simply point. Here is where you will plant your creation, your seed of creation. Breathing and digging, digging, digging. You will place your very large, fiery bowl of light, your seed of creation, into the ground, covering it with dirt, knowing that a light of Saturn and Jupiter will nourish it on this night. Here it will grow for many, many years. No need to tend it, as you will be tending it in your physical time reality. You may place a symbol over the dirt. You may spit on it, you may eat the dirt, whatever feels appropriate. This is your ritual. Your higher self may water it. You are letting it go, but remembering you have the power of it within you. When you are finished, you will make your way back to the standing stones. Climbing back upon your rock. Placing your arms outward on either side as you did in the beginning. Feeling the energy move through each one of you collectively. Thanking each other mentally and energetically. You have just done magic together. You will feel the energy retreat back into your right hand and then your left hand, releasing your connection to one another. On the count of 5, you will open your eyes, you will return to your physical time reality. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Breathing yourself back to waking consciousness. As always, love is sent without constitution the physical angels. Good night. All right. I hope everybody enjoyed that. I'm going to do that actually right now when we are finished. I don't get to do it during, but I will do it right afterwards. I also just wanted to say thank you for coming to our first live. This is the first one that I'm doing, and I plan to do more. I plan to do at least one per month, either on one of the moons or something. I'm an interesting mix of, I love, New Age and metaphysics and where that has gone, but I also love the old ways of shamanism and witchcraft. So I tend to blend those two. And of course, Raina lived during that time, so that's where that influence comes from. So if this is your first time here, again, thank you for coming, and go ahead and like and subscribe if you want to be notified of any future lives. And of course, I always put out a new video every Monday as well. So good night, everyone. Happy Yule, happy solstice, and I hope that you have a wonderful evening and holiday.